We've arrived in the Kingdom of Sweden,
Stockholm, capital of Sweden.
the country that invented Bluetooth,
We invented Bluetooth.
and the most famous furniture company in the world.
IKEA.
The king of tech.
This is a mobile phone.
They invented the safety belts of cars.
The inventor of the car safety belt has his invention saved millions of lives.
Hello and welcome to Ericsson.
IKEA.
It brought to the world the first central bank and a Peace Nobel Prize.
The House of Nobility.
This country didn't go to war in 200 years, peaceful and neutral like Switzerland.
Capital of Sweden. It began in the days of the Vikings.
To Stockholm.
Spotify, IKEA, Ericsson, Volvo cars, H&M, Minecraft, and many more. So what's the reason behind Sweden's development?
And I'm a co-founder and the CEO of Epidemic Sound.
We sat down with the CEOs to know why.
No, IKEA is from Sweden, H&M, Volvo, ABB, Ericsson, you know.
Stockholm is a city of islands and canals.
And this is the old village, which is called Gamla Stan, and it's an island, where Stockholm was only this area. Gamla Stan. This is Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, one of the Scandinavian countries whose happiness index is among the highest in the world based on the quality of life standards there. Sweden excelled over all European countries in technology. It's number 2 in the world after Silicon Valley in San Francisco.
What you need to know about Sweden is one of the factors behind the success of this country in terms of, number of tech companies is the fact that we were super early making people get access to both computers and to broadband.
From an early stage, we came to realize that Sweden is a tiny country. We speak a ridiculous language. We're only 10 million people. Nobody understands us. And so from the early days, we understood that we have to export. We have to think globally from day one.
In the 1980s, Daniel Ek, the founder of Spotify, had a computer. So he was coding away. So he learned computers at a super early age. So when he one day decided to start his own company, he was much ahead of, everyone in Sweden knew how to download music from Pirate Bay, which was an illegal streaming or a download, music and film service. You are your history.
In the first 2 days, we tried to discover Stockholm. From the national dish experience, meatballs, the official dish of Sweden, which you'll find in every IKEA in the world.
Welcome to Stockholm.
We decided to try unusual food in Sweden. It's popular and comes from the north, from snow.
Fermented fish.
This is the worst tuna. It has the worst smell in the world. It has an old story where they used to store fish for long periods of time. They ferment it in the days of winter.
But I can't eat it, no. I loved it since I was a very little girl because my parents had it for dinner. No, I'm not crazy. They gave it to me when I was very small. I have it for dinner. She didn't know other fish though.
It's so funny.
Try it and then you say what
then you don't eat it again, I promise you.
To the extent of forbidden people from carrying these cans on planes. The worst food smell in the world.
Oh my god.
It's the official traditional food in northern Sweden. Thank God for his blessings. They used to eat these to survive.
Like Swedish people, it's like 50-50. Some people, they really love it. Some people, they don't love it.
Then we'll know how Sweden is number 2 in the world after Germany in recycling.
I think everyone is doing it. Plastic, metal.
Do you see these? They're from the government. They put them all over, in almost every neighborhood. Around 9 recycling bins. Each one is different than the other where you can recycle. It got to the extent of Sweden buying trash from other countries, specialized. From Norway, for example. They use it to bring energy for recycling factories.
Yeah, you always come and you do this recycling?
Yeah.
For example, here in stores, there's a code you find on bottles, where they reimburse you for a fee added in the receipt when you recycle the empty bottle.
Now I can buy stuff.
Now you can go buy stuff.
We'll go buy another one. At the end of every month, people come here, carrying big bags, to recycle empty bottles. This is a recycling center, guys, in Sweden.
I'm helping you guys, don't worry.
Sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Look, this is the biggest recycling center in Sweden. Check out this shredding machine. Look. It's where Swedish people come to recycle large objects from their homes. Cars are parked in a line here in the weekend to buy a new one. And they don't get paid anything when they come to recycle. They don't get paid one dime. They care about the environment, as they say. Just imagine that you come and see people opening boxes and throwing stuff out. Piles, I call them piles. Learn. She can park in the line or get out of the car and go by herself. She brought plants.
He came all the way from home and carried this huge cabinet where he's gonna throw it and then he's gonna be able to go and buy something new for it.
Look how many, 1, 2, 3, 4 from here stretching through the horizon. Everybody came in the weekend. Instead of going on a family trip or something, no, they came on a trip for recycling. Look how everybody's busy. They're coming to recycle. Because 99% of Sweden's waste is recycled and only 1% of waste is destroyed. These are the second-hand shops, guys. They're very popular in Sweden. They're all over. Just write second-hand on Google Maps. You'll find more than 20 places like this one. You'll find furniture and house accessories in this huge compound. And this is because of their recycling mentality that they have. People come distribute them, and the owners of this place put them in order and sell them again, of course with very low prices. Peace Nobel Prize. Stockholm. In the financial field, Sweden is #1 in the world when it comes to money transaction apps. It's an application called Swish. Only by taking a person's number, save it, and then...
I will swish it for you.
Yes, exactly like
I tried
that.
to say
Like Swedish.
And on its way to completely stop using cash. By March 2023, the oldest central bank in the world, it became the #1 country without cash, cashless country.
Last time I used cash is like in 2014 or something. I just don't need it anymore.
And the government encourages getting a credit card and allows children to have credit cards at age 7 to make them used to not using cash.
The country has made it easy for you to become an entrepreneur. But it's also like the school system encourages creativity. In the late 90s, we had this so-called dot-com boom.
Then we went to see some globally successful companies that started in Sweden.
This is a mobile phone. Hello and welcome to Ericsson.
Like Ericsson.
This is the founder, and he was working in the company just as long as he could know the name of all the employees. When the company grew too big and he didn't know all the names, he resigned.
It used to make Ericsson phones back in the day, and Nokia was their competitor, but they were faced with the iPhone and the touch screen.
This actual phone is from 2005, and Apple released the iPhone in 2007.
Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone and just make a giant screen.
The first mobile phone took about 100 years to cut the cable.
Imagine, the idea of the phone was blowing.
When you made a phone call, you had 2 of these, and up to 50 meters of cable between the 2. And then if you want to make a phone call, you use a whistle. You blow in the whistle, and then I talk and listen, and talk and listen.
This is mobile telephone service.
Let's dial the number. I'd like to order a large pizza with mushrooms.
This is a mobile phone.
I can travel with this.
It is a mobile phone. It's very heavy, so you probably need to check. Exactly. But it's 7 kilos.
Hello, the telephone.
But now they are the best in wired and wireless telecommunications.
And since there were no SIM cards, if you wanted to take your phone with you, you had to do like this. So you took this with you. And Saudi Arabia was at the time also very technology advanced. And they signed up directly. We want that mobile network in Saudi Arabia.
Car. Going out with your friends carrying your mobile phone. Check out its size.
We invented Bluetooth. Ericsson invented Bluetooth and opened it free. But actually comes from an old Viking, Harald Blåtand. Blåtand in Swedish is Bluetooth.
Harold Bluetooth, HB.
All the equipment you see here, many things is defined by software. Today you are a 3G base station, and tomorrow you're going to be a 5G base station. We can change that with software. 2G was only voice. That was 1990. Then 3G came around 2000, talking about video calls. 2010 we got 4G. 2015, we started to build our first 5G hardware. the boxes. We didn't tell anyone though.
Okay.
Our radio needs to work with a Huawei core. So we collaborate all over the world, even with our competitors, to have a standard. Said, okay, now you can upload new software and you will get 5G. But 5G is not everywhere in the world. It's not even everywhere in Europe, because many countries have not freed up the spectrum. So 5G, for a consumer, it is 4G on steroids. In about, 10 years, we will see 6G. Yeah, I will start to drive it. Many companies, for example Mercedes, that is dependent on 5G. You can have it in factories, for example, but you can have it on public roads and everything. We are building a digital twin. So that's me in the digital twin. Closer, you will see that you will appear here as well. Oh, yeah. So that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Now he'll stop.
Yeah, it will stop. There is a sensor. You can see the sensor above the curtain. It's a small sensor, this size. This is a 5G connected sensor that builds what we call a digital twin.
Digital twin is?
Like this robot, it's working on 5G. On this device, do you see it on the top?
Everyone in industries are talking about today. We need to have a computer world of what is happening on the physical world. So how can we update the computer world at the same time it's happening physically? We need to have sensors that can see where people are moving, cars are moving, bikes are moving, and we're having that there. So this camera now, or this sensor, is building a digital twin of this form. So even if the car is over there now, it knows that we are all four here. Robots, they will self-drive, because it's blocked right now. Well, use the camera, you tell the 5G network, you need to travel around this box now. So what it does, it actually turns around this obstacle automatically, because, as I said, we use the 5G network to navigate around the blockage.
These sensors are put in the street. They can run a car by itself and know where it goes using 5G sensors.
Someone is standing here. No, they're crossing the street now. Yeah, we knew it. We saw this.
And they sold Estonia small cars that can autonomously deliver orders.
We'll travel all the way here and deliver the food to me.
If put all over the city, maybe it could run the whole city by itself. And this is the future.
And one of the most dangerous jobs you can have in a port is sitting in a crane like this. In ports today, what we did was to have a lot of cameras here and wireless sensors, putting the operator inside an office instead. So we have the Kankberg gold mine in Sweden that we also connected. Audi, but also Mercedes and many other companies doing this. This is a 5G phone. This is what consumers can buy today. They're moving everything to the cloud. The network is so fast today that all the games that you do on your console at home today, you will be able to play on your mobile phone, streamed. One of the most advanced countries with this is South Korea.
We've arrived at a company inspired by Spotify.
Building a company is 10% about brilliance and 90% about resilience, about long-term commitment.
At Epidemic Sound Company, the company whose music and sound effects I use in my videos for years. We're at their company now.
It was about 20 years ago I realized that storytelling is probably what I want to do for the rest of my life. And Epidemic is the 6th company within storytelling that I've co-founded. We came to realize that adding music to content is very important. It's like taste to food. It makes it memorable, it makes it stick out.
I couldn't have dreamed of this spread of my music before I joined Epidemic Sound. When I started, I dreamt of getting 1,000 listeners on Spotify, and now my track Come Together have almost 10 million streams on Spotify.
How can we help storytellers bring their content to life, and how can we help music creators find stories to attach to their music? So that's what Epidemic Sound set out to do. Epidemic now, hopefully as well, is an inspiration to others. A tiny area like Stockholm, a lot of people know a lot of things about music and creativity and technology, and we meet all the time. And that is very, very seductive and very productive. I think there's great value in growing slowly, because you get to really invest in a culture, you get to understand your customers, you get to build a solid business that is durable. 2 years ago we became so-called unicorn, and I think that's a great external validation. It's not something we think about internally. I don't get up in the morning and look in myself in the mirror and go you're a unicorn.
Then we went to a small village on the way to Malmö, in the middle, to get to know IKEA and its success story. The train is here. We get out of Stockholm and to another city. It's called Älmhult. It's a very small village from which we've arrived at the city of IKEA. A whole city. IKEA people, IKEA museum, and the hotel is IKEA. Everything is about all furniture you find is from IKEA. Just like the one I have at home. IKEA furniture. Tables, I have one of these.
And he founds IKEA.
Hej och välkomna till IKEA. This is the founder, Ingvar Kamprad. When you get close, you will see that it's made up of many other people, the many co-workers, working together. We do see a young playful boy here. This is a young Ingvar Kamprad, the founder of IKEA. A young Ingvar Kamprad, our founder, he was only 17 years old when he, in 1943, registered the company IKEA. How can I offer a low price?
Where did the story start from? From a 17-year-old boy. Do you see where the name IKEA came from? The two initials of his name, then initials from the farm he lived in, and the city's name. He used to sell matches back in the day. He started selling in the neighborhood when he was 6, selling to his grandmother, watches, jewelry. It's a mentality when you know how to succeed. And from a young age, at 17-year-old, he opened the first IKEA store in the world here. Then he sold shavers.
The first ever IKEA catalog.
This is the first catalog, 1951.
Can we find a cheaper solution there? That in this constant balancing act, we want to be able to offer a low price.
Furniture with good function and quality at a low price.
Very important, of course. There must be a need for it. This is from the late 50s in the IKEA range. We have here in Älmhult an IKEA test lab. But this is also the place where we share some of our greatest mistakes. A time where we made products out of air. And we were even selling pianos. But that we call the heaviest mistakes.
These are meatballs. Of course, you can choose vegetarian ones. This is in every IKEA you go to in the world. We're at the original one, the first one in the world. Then we went to get to know Malmö.
To Malmö.
Or as they call it, Malmö. Deep in the south.
Malmö.
The city of HaTTab. This bridge connects it to Denmark. You're in Malmö. There are a lot of Arabs there. These are the wondrous cities.
Malmö. I'm coming!
Check out the electric tram. Once you see that tower, which is called turning torso, like a spine that's twisted like this. This is the first twisted tower in the world. Look at the flag, Malmö city flag. This is the sea, and that's Copenhagen over there. You can see it from here. And the bridge, which we'll cross in a bit. The architecture marvel bridge. It's called Ericsson Bridge, a modern architectural marvel. A highway and a railway at the same time. 8 kilometers on the top, then suddenly goes down. It connects Sweden and Denmark, of course without borders. They go underwater to let ships pass. We'll have an ice latte in Copenhagen, then go back to Malmö.
Bro, welcome to Copenhagen!
We crossed the bridge. After 20 minutes, we're in Copenhagen. That's the sign that you've arrived in Copenhagen. We went back to Malmö, Sweden. These are falafel. This is the best falafel restaurant in Malmö. And this is the best olive oil, but it's Greek.
The Swedish people are predominantly middle class, without great inequality of income.
We have something called jantelagen, and translated into English it would be something like, don't think you're better than anyone else. We don't create luxury brands.
In Sweden we have a much wider culture. We don't have a hierarchy. You're supposed to question your boss, and your boss invites you to bring your best ideas. But we're more people, there's more data, and we accumulate much more knowledge, and there's very little prestige in terms of who has the best idea. Because there's no prestige, there's no hierarchy. I think, yeah, we're very proud of our country.
Thank you for having me in Sweden.
Thank you for coming. So good to have you here.
Thank you, Epidemic Sound, for the invitation. If you want any sound effects or music, you'll find the link in the description box below.
It's a cool feeling, like seeing other people use my music that I created.
And you want to surround yourselves with people who have grit, endurance. I like the word relentless, because it's going to take time and there's going to be a lot of mistakes made, and that's okay. So surround yourself with people who have a long-term perspective.